going to take, okay. First we're going to take a simple box. We're going to make our water dispenser out of just our average household items. Nothing to purchase, nothing to buy. I use a small box, about this size, and I remove the flaps from the side of the box. As you can see, then I took the top off the box, measure it out so that I know I'm right. First, I stand the box up. Put the glue on. There we go. We slide this side right into where we are going to form a shelf. This is where we are going to station our bottle. Forming a shelf, gluing it in. Bring it, I marked it where it should be, so I can glue that right on in. There we go. Let me bring it down just a bit, a little bit more, and I think we got it. That's about right there. Then another part of the flap that I cut, I'm gonna kind of use this like a prop, or just basically something that's gonna hold it up just a little bit more. Just using a little glue, and I'm gonna stick it right in here, and that's gonna kind of stage it and keep it in place. There. There we go. I think we got it. The next step is we need to drill a hole in the top. So what I need to do is take my bottle, open it up, see where I'm going to measure it and put my circle, because the bottle has to go in here on the shelf. So I'm going to take the lid, draw me a circle up at the top. I'm going to cut it out. Easy peasy. And it should pop right out. Take my bottle, and I'm gonna set it. And if I done this right, it will fit nicely right on the shelf, just like so. I look around, make sure everything is in place. I'm going to turn the bottle towards this way. There you go. And I'm going to make sure that this is on. I'm just going to screw that on for right now. That way I know I have it in place. All right, I'm going to turn this. Next thing I need to do is make a hole inside my bottle, where I think that I'm going to put my tubing in. And I think I'm gonna go right about here. I put a small incision in there earlier, so to make sure that I was in the right place. And I'm gonna take my tubing and place it. There we go. Like so. And it should look something like this. The next thing I need to do is put a hole inside this piece that I'm going to use for my covering. And I kind of put a hole in it prematurely so that I'll know that I have the right size of my tubing. And what I want to do is just basically kind of put it right here. But I'm going to hold off. What my next step is, I need to put the glue around the tubing so that no water will come out. Here's my glue. I'm pressing the glue on. I'm going around in a circle so I can make sure that seals really good. A little bit extra. Little bit. And I'm waiting for it to dry. So while it's drying, I'm gonna basically kind of help it out a little bit. It doesn't take long for it to seal because it's a plastic bottle. My next step is going to be to fill the bottle up with water. Looks like it's drying pretty good. Okay. So, I'm going to pour. Okay, it needs a little bit more. I'm going to pour a little more. All right, now, this is where we have to have two people. So I'm gonna get another hand with this. That's why it's important to work it with partners. I love working with partners, and this is where I will be pairing up my teams. I like to put the young with the old, and I like to let them be a model or to make sure that everything is going good, because it's always fun to work with two. And I see I've got a little bit of water dripping, so that means that my glue has not sealed. So I need to just wait just for one more minute. So I'm gonna lay it back, and I am going to add more glue. And I see I got my partner here to help. So let's try to glue it just a little bit more. I'm going back around. I like to always make sure that I really glue it really tight, or make sure that seal sets in there really, really good. Okay, I want to make sure that it's in there. Okay. Okay, let's hold off just for 1 minute. Again, I'm going to dry it off. I need to make sure that it's really sealed. And sometimes while you're waiting, you can always think about whether you want to decorate your water dispenser, or, you know, sometimes kids like to use stickers and things of that nature. So I just pulled out some old stickers that I had, and I might just go on and decorate them as while we're finishing up our last part of our project. Again, I want to make sure that it's sealed. Checking again to make sure that it's really sealed. Has to be sealed. And I like double checking again to make sure. A lot of times when we're doing our project, we want to make sure that all of our theory, everything that we've checked, is going to match up with what we think is going to happen. How do you think it's going to work when, what's going to happen? What's going to make the water run? What's going to make the water come out? What's going to make the water stop? We're going to soon find out. We're going to soon find out. Let's try it now. Let's see if it's going to work. So again, now we're ready. And what I have done is I put the word water on here in agua. And I wanted to, this is just my project, but I wanted to make sure that the kids, they can decorate it any way they want. So give them an opportunity to be creative. So let's try this out. Let's see. Okay. Let's try it out. Let's see what we need to do. Let's see. I'm screwing. Okay. I want to be sure all is well. I want to be sure that things are going good. Let's see. Okay. I'm checking, double checking, checking my water, checking my glue, checking everything to make sure everything is in place. Looks like everything is in place. Looks like the glue has dried. Double checking again to be sure. And now I'm ready to put my cover on. Okay, so as you can see, here we go. We don't always have to put glue on this, but I do have some tape. We can just kind of tape it across. Let's see what we need to do here. Okay, works fine. All right. All right. Okay, here we have our water dispenser. Now, the theory is, how will the water come out? It's not coming out now. What's going on? So, what happens when pressure goes into the bottle? Let's see what happens when I turn this lid. There we go. When the water comes out, that means that the lid had to take, the pressure had to come off of the lid. And therefore, bringing the pressure down, it creates the flow of the water, as you just saw. Let's see that again. When I twist the lid, we have water. When I close the lid up, the water stops. Thank you. Our theory has been tested, tried and true. Would you like some water? Thank you.